Okay. Before restarting CVDIP presentation, let us praise remnant of prayer, a prayer of remnant. Mysteries of God, go enjoy them throughout your life, now and always. So stand and arise, this is your moment. Now is your time to fight a battle, now is your time to pray. God try and God will give His blessings of the throne. To save these days, like a fresh new sprout rising up from the tree stump. That is who you are. Through the tree, trees from that will cover over the years. I pray to the Lord of creation, for you are His child. The mysteries of God, go enjoy them throughout your life, now and always. So stand and arise, this is our moment. Now is our time to fight a battle, now is our time to pray. God try and God will give His blessing of the throne, and give us all the time to save this day. So stand and arise, so stand and arise, this is our moment. Now is our time to fight a battle, now is our time to pray. God try and God will give His blessing of the throne, and give us all the time to save this day. Okay, let's praise one more song. Small Bartizan. Let's praise. There's a place people long to go, but the way no one seems to know. Through they search for truth, no one can give the answer they alone to find. In my heart, this Bartizan seems so small, but he'll give life to all. Every problem I may face, creation's light will always shine. No matter what may come my way, this glorious light will always shine. The light that saves every life, that gives them your life. So stand and arise and shine this light. this light of Jesus Christ. We can choose anywhere to go, but we choose where nobody goes. Wherever we are, what weather we do, we know we have the answer. In my heart, this Bartizan seems so small. All you'll give my life to. Through any suffering I may face, creation's light will always shine. And through the darkness of the night, this wondrous light will always shine. The light that saves every life, the light that gives them your life. So stand and arise and shine this light of Christ. It's a light to save and raise the children say they deserve. Go and shine this light, the light of Jesus Christ. The light that saved the ages, the light that saved the future. Shine this light of Christ to all the world. The light that saved every life, the light that gives them your life. So stand and arise and shine this light of Christ. It's the light to save and raise the children to save these days. Go and shine this light of Jesus Christ. Amen. Now we'll start CVDIP project.
Christ morning, Harvesterians. Now we are having, let's actually rephrase the term. Instead of saying CVDIP project, this week I've actually come up with this term that we need to rephrase. Instead of using CVDIP project, let's use the CVDIP Bartizan, because it's the sixth Bartizan that we are trying to establish in connection with the seventh Bartizan, which is a 3 courtyard. So from now on, let's try to practice saying CVDIP Bartizan instead of CVDIP project, although it is part of the project that we're doing. So today's Bartizan's turn is actually Onyu Hanacho. Let me introduce about Hanacho briefly before having her stand on this stage. She is actually an international student coming from Korea, near Seoul area. And before she came here, she was serving Juyong Church in Korea. And before she joined HMIS, which was actually a year ago, she has a short training in Wonju Mission before joining HMIS at that time. So after being trained a couple of weeks in Wonju Mission, she came to HMIS last year, and now she's a 9th grade in HMIS. So today's presenter is Hannah Cho. And before having her on stage, let me introduce our panel for her today. Our first panel is the evangelist, Ma'am Jasmine. Let's give a great round of applause to her. As you will listen to Hannah Cho's presentation today, you would perfectly guess that why we actually invited Evangelist Ma'am Jasmine as our panel, because both of them will be, and she's already a very great witness of the healing. So that's a great part of our talk that we'll be listening today. So that's why she's a very perfect panel for today. And the other panel that we would like to introduce today for Hannah Cho is teacher Sherry, the remnant missionary. And you would guess why she is also another very great fit panel for Hannah Cho. So please give a very warm round of applause to welcome Hannah Cho on the stage.
Christ morning. I am Hannah Cho. I am grade 9 from HMIS. I am currently serving both HMC and Juyong Church in Korea. This morning, I am here to introduce my CVDIP Bartizan. This is not exactly completed, but as I was preparing the CVDIP Bartizan, I would like to share how and where I am standing. So with this prayer, I would like to begin my talk. My covenant journey started from Harvesters. I came to Harvesters in October 18, 2022. Before I came here, I couldn't believe and accept God in my life, even though I grew up in a Christian family. Everything was difficult and hard for me. While I was living a life of unbeliever, Pastor Seo from Juyong Church introduced Harvesters to me. At first, I said I would never go to Harvesters. But I decided to come after seeing how happy the Harvesterians seemed during missions camp. When I first came here, I could only see the problems and people with the problems. So it was very difficult, and sometimes I thought why I was here. But God gradually changed my eyes and showed me what healing was. I was able to see other people being healed and changed through the worship and forum. It was amazing to see all the elementary students change and heal just by being here and following the system. And I was also able to see that very change taking place inside of me. And finally, I was being healed through their healing. I could confirm that I was being healed just by worshiping God. My spiritual eyes was opened and my healing was truly confirmed, which was the evidence that I am a spiritual being, and my status that I couldn't believe God completely changed to the status that I want to believe in God and worship God. Naturally, I was able to confirm physical healing. Through many areas of healings, I have experienced that only Jesus Christ can heal and change my spiritual and physical status. At this time, I could realize the true meaning of the Christ and healing through Christ Jesus. And that was the confirmation of Genesis 3:15 and 6:14, which was the covenant of the Holy Christ. After that experience, I thought I could relay the healing that I received to others. At the same time, I was able to truly pray for the healing ministry based on my healing, because I could continue to see healing take place everywhere. For example, I saw one elementary student who was selfish and unyielding has changed to a person who can understand other people and be considerate for others. I also saw a very quiet person change to a friendly and active. Especially a huge witness of healing, Juho, really awakened me. I was first met Juho in Wonju Mission Home. I thought he was helpless and absolutely impossible. However, I was able to see Juho change when we lived together here. I could see him regaining his gratitude and trying to improve. And also, after listening to the forums after some of his fights, I thought it was really a big change. I was able to see in his forum that he really knew the Christ and tried to share his healing with others. I was able to see the miracle of God's healing from his forum. Likewise, my anxiety and worries were replaced by peace. Naturally, healing took place in my body, and this is under the control, especially at 2023 WRC Readers Retreat message. Pastor Yu said that remnant is the only one who can save the age of disaster and mental illness. After hearing the message, I was able to hold on to the vision of the specialized healing disciple who saved the age of disaster and mental illness. So like the representative healing shown in Acts chapters 13, 16, and 19, my vision is to do world evangelization through healing. Though my dream is not yet decided, within the vision of specialized healing disciple, I am interested in becoming either a teacher or a nurse, where healing play a great role in raising the next generation. Regardless, I have a role model of whatever I become. When I held on to the vision of healing, I saw RM's dedication towards the remnant. I really thank RMs for always take care of us with their labor of love and steadfastness of hope, and for leading me onto the right path in the gospel, so I could take RMs as my life role model. Looking at the RM's life, I think they are really evangelists who always think about church and pastor and think about how to help church members and raise remnant. And they have concluded their lives with the gospel in worship, and they do everything with the God's power. So I can confirm through their lives that worship and RUTC are everything. I realized that the love and dedication comes from the worship. So I was able to realize that this job was more valuable than any other profession. So I really have a dream of saving next generation and the age like RMs. That's why I think success in worship is everything, because everything ends with the worship. That is all I have seen and witnessed here, and all I am doing here, the life of worship, 24-hour worship in RUTC. So I get the image of the seven remnants who finished everything by the worship. Now here I am preparing for the life of become a successful worshiper. This is my image. To this end, I practice these things in my life. 3 days following every worship schedule in RUTC, breathing, exercise, holy meditation towards my vision and dream. I am following the 24-hour system and realizing what the life of an evangelist is. Although it has been only a year, after many years of practice, I believe that this would leave behind many masterpieces as a healer. So this ends my covenant journey of CVDIP Bartizan. Please continue to pray for me as I am still partaking this journey with harvesters through the covenant of specialized healing disciple. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Hannah. It was really nice to hear. I would like to receive some of the questions from the audience. If there's any, I would like to hear. Yes?
Okay. Thank you for your presentation first, and then actually, though I really roam around here for taking picture, but as I hear your forum, it was so touched for me and then so moved. And there is one sentence that really impressed me is that the RMs, HMRMs are your role model, right? So I want to ask you, what do you really learn the most from them? Like, even it's one, it's okay. Yeah.
I could learn from them like dedication for others. I really learned how I can enter the worship and how I can gain the power of God.
Amen. Thank you.
Any more questions from the audience? Well, then I would like to throw some of the questions to the elementary students, especially because she's mentioned some of the examples and she's actually received many graces from observing elementary school students in here. So listen very carefully. There will be a little treats coming after you if you can answer to my questions. So she described her spiritual status being healed and changed. If you can recall the steps of how the healing actually took place, can anybody answer? Well, it doesn't have to be elementary school students, but it will be nice if the elementary school students can answer. Anybody would be nice if they can answer how the healing process actually took place for her. Nobody? Well, I thought that was a little important while we prepared her CVDIP Bartizan that actually shows how the healing takes place and how the healing procedure became her vision. Nobody wants to try to answer? Oh, yeah.
From the presentation, she narrated that since when he entered Harvester, it was hard, but once he accepted Christ, from the person who presented or introduced her to Harvester, the healing took place, and she also saw it to other people. And the vision is that the remnants are ones who will save the age of mental illness. Is that correct? And dream is to save the next generation. She, according to her and in her experience, as being a worshiper, the healing slowly took place and was confirmed.
Right. He answered really greatly. That's exactly right. She was like a non-believer, but after coming here, she was able to accept Jesus Christ. So her spiritual status first changed from non-believer to believer. And through observing others being healed, especially their inner status, that they didn't want to worship, they didn't want to believe in God. But she changed to the status where she wanted to believe in God. And slowly the vision of healing it became her vision. But she confirmed the vision while listening to the message, like David William correctly mentioned, that during the WRC Leaders Retreat, it was confirmed that it is my vision. The remnants are the answer and solution to save the age. So it was really, there is a procedure that she accepted Jesus Christ, and her spiritual status slowly changed to the status where she wants to believe in God and slowly picking up the evidences from observing others. And that actually became her vision, which was confirmed while she was receiving the message. So congratulations, David William. You will have a little treat from me. Any other questions from the audience? Yeah.
As you prepare your CVDIP Bartizan, did your roommate help you? If they help you, how they can help you?
Yeah, while you were preparing your Bartizan, CVDIP Bartizan, did you receive any help from your roommate? No help at all. Okay, no help.
Sophia Chang Sophia Chang did this presentation before, so she advised me how I can present and make script like she taught me.
So she was helping her how to actually present the presentation time. Okay, thanks, Sophia. Okay, while you're coming up with your more questions, I would like to pass the questions to the panels. I'm very excited. Can anybody pass the microphones to the panels, please?
Okay, I'll do it first. Thank you for your presentation, Hannah. It was really nice. Actually, I was with Hannah when she was starting her journey in the Wonju Mission Home. Yeah. So I remember her beginning point. She was crying. You know, she's really tall and she looks mature, but she was really weak inside. So I remember that she was like crying like a crying baby, missing her parents already, although she was in Korea. So I was really worried how she will really adjust her life when she across the sea and comes to the Philippines. But she's really doing well. I think it's been just like a year, right? A year, yeah. And she's really changed a lot. And she also speaks English very well. And just like she confessed, I could also notice a spiritual healing where before she said she couldn't really believe in God. She was living like an unbeliever, but now she wants to believe in God and she believes in God. That's the greatest change that just took place in 1 year. And she also confessed about the mental healing where her anxiety and her worries were turned into a peaceful heart. And I also can witness her physical healing because yeah, she's really bright now. And before, actually, her parents were really worried about Hannah studying in the Philippines because she has to go to hospital a lot back in Korea. That was the only worries and concern of her parents from what I remember, but she's doing well. So I was also thankful that she also knows about the healing that she received. And she also talked about the healing that took place in other remnants. So I think that's the importance of the RUTC because it's a training ground and at the same time it's our home. So we live here together and we see each other. And sometimes we show the things that we don't want to show. But anyway, we get to see each other very closely, and that's how the healing took place in her, by looking at other healing taking place in other remnants. Listening to her forum, I could catch the importance of the RUTC training once again for healing. Because we are really intense, like by just living together, and it's a concentration. So and another thing, she really held on to the healing as her dream and her mission. So she's praying for her future career as either as a teacher or a nurse. So I'll pray for that. And so she also shared about her practice, like 3 days or breathing or following the RTC 24 system as the mystery of her healing. And I want to ask a question to Hannah. Aside from the RUTC system that we all together do and follow, do you have any personal practice or personal system that you receive strength, that you receive grace, that gives you a healing?
It is not personal system, but I'm really gaining the power in schedule worship with my roommate, and I'm also finding the personal system through 777 prayer. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, thank you. I think that's really important that you feel that you're receiving the healing from your schedule worship. I think that's how you can also help others to receive the healing later on, because just like you confess that your vision is really healing, specialized evangelism disciple, and actually a lot of people need healing in the field, and just in our school, so many students they really need a healing, and I think you will be greatly used for that. You can just share your story and share your experience, and I think it will be a great system for their healing, because and there are SGO members that you can discuss this with, or there are evangelists like Ma'am Lilibet or teachers that you can approach, and they will connect you to a field who needs healing urgently. And sometimes it's more effective when a fellow classmate or a senior from school help them. So yeah, and actually Hannah was SGO members from her old school in Korea. So I think she really has a potential to really run for that kind of position maybe in the future years. She really has a heart for devotion and yeah, for really helping the schools. So I think you should do that. You should really pray for that, and yeah, that will be a great bridge for being used as a healing evangelism disciple. Okay.
Hi, Hannah. Thank you for sharing your forum about CVDIP. I can relate on your forum of CVDIP. Me also once unbeliever and a lot of anxiety, mental problem from my past. But through worship and through Christ that I received as really the true answer, I was healed. But I think we are all in the process of healing, and we are all specialized healing minister because disciple, because we are all received Jesus Christ as our true answer, as our true healer. And I also relate on you when you said about how you were healed through seeing the healing witness ahead of you who stand. I also see that in the life of our Pastora Kim. So every time I heard her healing witness forum, I was able to really connect myself to her. And I can really confess that she's my role model of healing witness also. So it's really good that seeing how others healing, we can also really connect ourselves. How about me? What I am healed, no? And you said earlier that through scheduled worship, you also receive healing through the scheduled worship. And earlier, before coming here, I asked Kuya Ben to send your prayer topic for this 2023. So we are all having the prayer topic every New Year's, right? And Reverend, you said earlier that you, as a remnant, we should establish a Bartizan of prayer. And it's okay, even it's not clear yet, but Reverend, you said the worship and prayer that the remnant is making will surely be fulfilled one day. And I just want to ask you, it's not a question, but I want to pray with you. No, so I want to really pray for your lifelong prayer topic, because upon seeing my journey of healing also, it's also started when I really grabbed hold my personal lifelong prayer topic, or my lifelong covenant. So I want to ask you, what is your lifelong prayer topic, your personal lifelong prayer topic?
My lifelong prayer topic is my lifelong prayer topic is becoming specialized healing disciple who save the age of disaster and mental illness, and also raise up our next generation in gospel.
I'll grab hold that too, and I will pray for you. And also in your prayer topic this 2023, your prayer topic is, may I be the remnant who can do the churchalization of my classmate. May I be the remnant who enjoys and relates the mystery of scheduled prayer. And may the family line evangelization takes place through me. So I want to ask, is there any answer that you received from this 2023 prayer topic?
Yes. Uh, uh, I can confirm answer the second player topic, 그 family line evangelization. First time before I came here, my grandparents really like, why you have to go to there, and why you can't use your gadget freely like that. They're really 안 좋아해. Yeah, they really didn't like that. But this vacation, when I went to the Korea, their reaction is really change good. Yeah, they said you looks like good, and you really healed by in there and in the worship. So I think that is God's work, and I really believe God continued the family line evangelization through me.
And amen.
This has been really a great talk. I hope that you've all received the same grace as much as I have received. So let's give a big round of applause to the panels and to the presenter, Hannah Cho, today. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week. And we're still looking for a slot where you want to volunteer for the presentation. Please come and visit me, okay? And please fill in the survey form before you leave. Thank you.